All right, all right. So the Dolphins and the Steelers have struck a trade with three players involved, and we have a lot to unpack with this situation. So let's unpack it and let's break it all down. Hope y'all are having a fantastic, fantabulous, awesome freaking day. My name is Garrett Shoemake, and this is the Shoemake Take. So, like I said, we got a lot to unpack here. So let's start with the news. Let's start with the news. It broke this morning, and it broke off in segments. So we first got the report that Jalen Ramsey was traded to the Steelers. The Jalen Ramsey trade thing, that was set to happen at some point. Jalen Ramsey wanted out. The Dolphins were going to seek a trade. This was inevitable. So to see him go to the Steelers, okay, great. And then another bombshell dropped that Jonnu Smith, the tight end for the Dolphins coming off of a Pro Bowl season, also got sent to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And after that happened, I was like, that's interesting. And then the real bombshell dropped not long after that, about 30 minutes or so from the time I saw it. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick, the safety, all-pro safety for the Steelers, going to the Dolphins, reuniting with the team that drafted him all those years ago. Wow, that's crazy how long he's been in the league to think about that. Man, that makes me feel so old. But anyways, this trade happened, and then trade compensation, so was the Steelers ended up getting a 7th-round pick in next year's draft in 2026, along with Jonnu Smith and Jalen Ramsey. And then the Dolphins got Minkah Fitzpatrick and a 5th-round pick, I think. Yeah, they got a 5th-round pick and Minkah Fitzpatrick. I may be swapping the picks. I think maybe Dolphins got a 7th round and the Pittsburgh Steelers got a 5th round. I could have flip-flopped those, so if I did, I apologize. But getting back to the point of the players that were involved, I want to start with Minkah Fitzpatrick first, because he's the one that really set this thing off and was like, whoa, this is a crazy trade. So Minkah Fitzpatrick, he's 28 years old, all-pro safety, and for the Pittsburgh Steelers, not only has he been an anchor for their defense, but he's also been one of the foundational pieces on their entire team. I mean, when they traded for him in 2019, he made an immediate impact. He's had numerous All-Pros, multiple-time Pro Bowler. I mean, his resume is very much decorated. One of the most decorated in the league at the safety position. So to get rid of that guy and send him to Miami for Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith, I don't know. I really don't know how to feel about it. I don't really like it, but there's an avenue where I could see it and understand it, because there's layers to this. The first thing is that he's going into the last year of his contract. He's going to be a free agent after 2025, and the Steelers got to pay TJ Watt. And so TJ Watt being an edge rusher, being at the more important position, quite frankly, somewhere you might have to, cut a loss somewhere. And in this case, if Minkah Fitzpatrick is one of those losses, then so be it, I guess. I don't think you needed to do that, but at some point, I mean, he's going to need a new contract after this year, and if you pay TJ Watt, you may not have the money to pay Minkah, so he might walk anyways, so you might as well trade for some players back and some compensation back, at least. So, okay. But that does leave a hole in their secondary that I don't like. And for a team like the Steelers that are, a perennial contender, playoff contender, I should say. They're always in the playoffs almost every year. That sucks. That's going to hurt a lot. And some people, I saw some Steelers fans say that he did next to nothing for the past 2 years. Then I saw some Steelers fans defending Minkah, saying that, yeah, he doesn't have a lot of stats because the quarterback isn't throwing the ball his way very often, which, honestly, I don't know what the true truth is. So, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, please let me know in the comments. I'd like to hear your perspectives on that over there in Pittsburgh land. But for him to go back to the Miami Dolphins, it's kind of cool, I guess. I mean, I guess it'd be kind of cool for me to go back to the team that drafted me, maybe. I mean, I don't know. There's layers to that conversation as well, between coaches and how the facilities were, how they treated players, whatnot. That's a whole different conversation. I'm getting off track here. Anyways, him going back to the Miami Dolphins, it helps their defense. I mean, anytime you get a multi-time All-Pro and you're in the secondary or anywhere on your team, that's a big boost. But that doesn't help the rest of the issues on this defense. Number one being the corners. Your number one corner now is Storm Duck. And Storm Duck is a player that people like. I've seemed to like him over the time. I used to be kind of standoffish about him, but then as I, kind of dived into a little bit more of the fan club that some Dolphins fans have with Storm Duck, was like, okay, yeah, I can get behind this guy. He's got some good stuff on tape that I like to see. But is he ready to take that number one corner spot? I really don't know. And for the second spot on the other side is Jason Marshall, the rookie corner out of Florida, who was a middle day 3 pick, I'm pretty sure. Definitely day 3 pick. I just can't remember what round he was selected in, so I apologize. However, those two on the outside, that's not great. That's really not great. I mean, Storm Duck, like I said, I like him, but he does have inconsistencies in his game. He's got to clean up first, and maybe he does. But going into the year with the secondary that they have right now, I'm worried about it. I'm really worried about it. I mean, not along with that, I mean, the front seven has talent, but is it going to be good enough to compensate if these corners are not up to par? Because your top two edge rushers, Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb, can't stay healthy. Chop Robinson didn't do a lot in year 1, so it's kind of unknown to see what he's going to do in year 2. On the defensive line, there's a lot to like. I mean, Zach Seiler's coming back. He was a good defensive tackle. You added Kenneth Grant in the first round, who's a player I really, really like. And then later on in the draft, you added Jordan Phillips out of Maryland. That's a guy I also really, really liked. But these guys are rookies. I mean, so who knows how well they're going to do. So there's a lot of unknowns. And then the health of Chubb and Jalen Phillips, your pass rush can either be really good or it'll be like last year where it was really bad. So there's not a lot certainty. Like I said, there's a lot of uncertainty here. And if you don't have good corners and you get a worst case scenario on the front seven, like we're going to be talking about a defense that might not be very good. And right now, the secondary, I think, is not going to be very good. Even with Minkah Fitzpatrick, I mean, barring, Storm Duck ascending or something like that, I just don't know. For the Miami Dolphins, they lost Jalen Ramsey, which this was inevitable. But now you don't have anyone to replace Jalen Ramsey in any capacity. And to be fair, we do have a month before training camp, so there's plenty of time for the Dolphins to make a move. So let's not rule that out. But right now, it's not looking great for them at all. And so for Miami, I don't know if this is going to be a very good year for them. I have done my schedule predictions, and season preview videos are going to be coming out. So that's why you're seeing this, and then you'll see I almost spoiled it. Well, I guess I kind of said it. The Titans are going to be the first season preview video, so that's going to be coming out tomorrow after you guys see this. So, yeah, make sure to check that out. Anyways, going back to our point, Minkah Fitzpatrick, we've pretty much made his case on the whole thing and where he lands, where he stands. Now we jump over to the Pittsburgh side and the players they got. Jonnu Smith. This move I kind of like. Is it interesting in a kind of a not good way? In a way, yes. Because here's the thing. They already have Pat Freiermuth and Darnell Washington. So adding another tight end in there is interesting. But at the same time, the Steelers need weapons. And Jonnu Smith had a career year and just went to the Pro Bowl last year. So there you go. I mean, you added a weapon. But also, Jonnu Smith is not like a scheme fit in the sense of, well, actually, no, I take that back, because Arthur Smith and Jonnu Smith were in Tennessee together, right, for a couple of years where they overlapped. So, and I think pretty sure that he was there. Yeah, no, Arthur Smith was a tight ends coach when Jonnu Smith was over there. So that is a good connection, I guess. That's pretty good. But I don't know. Like, they needed a weapon, so I appreciate it. But is that the weapon they really needed? I don't know. I really don't know. We'll have to see how it plays out. Maybe Jonnu Smith absolutely balls out for them. I'm hoping for that. I'm a guy who liked Jonnu Smith a lot in Tennessee. So here we go. And then the other player that was involved was Jalen Ramsey. So for Pittsburgh, a similar thing is happening here where the Dolphins, you got a really good safety. Now you got a big old hole at corner. And now the Steelers got another corner to add with Joey Porter and Darius Slay. Now you got a big old hole in the safety spot. So now, what is Pittsburgh going to do? I did hear, or not hear, but like I listened to some other content creators make an argument. An argument? It's not really an argument, but offered an idea that Jalen Ramsey could move to free safety because of his age and the fact that at some point he's not going to be able to keep up with a lot of the young, speedy receivers that are in the NFL now that are dominating the league. A lot of people thought that making the move to free safety could be really good for him because not only is it's not as physically demanding of a position like corner, but also it's a position where he can still use his athleticism. He'll still be a valuable asset there, but he'll really be able to maximize his intellect. Jalen Ramsey is a very smart football player. That's why he's been in the league for so long and played at such a high level, is because of his intellect. And so playing free safety will really allow him to maximize that and absolutely go ham with it. Maybe you do kind of what Kyle Hamilton did as a rookie and kind of let him freestyle a little bit and let him, use his brain and actually make plays, right? Make plays on the ball, do what he needs to do. Because Jalen Ramsey is a guy, you throw him back there, you can trust him. He's very trustable. And trying to continue on with this, I kind of ran myself into a mental wall here. Anyways, that could be a move. I'm open to that. And if they end up moving Jalen Ramsey to the free safety position, I'm honestly interested. I would really like to see how that would work, because there's been numerous safeties in the NFL that have made that transition from corner to safety. Rod Woodson and Charles Woodson both did that, for example. Ronnie Lott did it early in his career, right? Very, very early. So, not really a best comparison, but there's a couple other guys in there that ended up being really good at both positions, corner and safety. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. I'm open to it. But right now, that's not the case. That's not confirmed. So right now, they have 3 good corners and nothing at free safety, which that's going to leave a big mark if that is the case. But time will tell. Overall, adding Jalen Ramsey is a good move. I like it. It never hurts to add a guy like that into your secondary, a veteran guy who's been around for a long time to pair with Darius Slay as well. I love the experience. Will help Joey Porter Jr. develop as well, I think. So there's a lot to like there. The Jonnu Smith move, I really like. For them, I shouldn't say I really like. I like it. I can't say I really like it, but I like it. I can get behind it. And for Miami, trading for Minkah Fitzpatrick, good, but losing Jalen Ramsey does stink, even though it was inevitable. And then losing Jonnu Smith, that one's going to hurt, because even though tight end normally isn't used all that much compared to like the wide receivers in a Mike McDaniel offense, considering with all the injuries that they dealt with at receiver and a lot with their pass catchers anyways, Jonnu Smith had to step up, and he stepped up in a big way and really helped this offense continue to be productive when Tua came back from injury. So losing that is going to stink, and it's going to put more pressure on the rest of these receivers and also take away a security blanket that Tua really relied on late in the year. So I don't like that, but we'll have to see, I guess. But Pittsburgh overall, what can I say? They wanted to trade? I guess they can, because they got 2 players that are going to play for them, play a lot of snaps. They're going to do good things, I think. And then for Miami, they have 2 gaping holes at corner and tight end, but they filled a massive hole at free safety, which is nice. But also, he's going into the final year of his contract. So let's say like Minkah Fitzpatrick balls the heck out. Let's say let's just say for a conversation, he has another All-Pro year. What's Miami going to do? Because I can tell you right now, they're not going to pay him. They're going to let him walk. Miami Dolphins don't pay their players like that. They're not going to do that. You kidding me? I highly doubt that they would give Minkah Fitzpatrick a massive contract if he has an All-Pro year. I doubt it. I really doubt that. So you're going to have an All-Pro year and then let him walk and get a compensatory pick back? Compensatory pick? So it's not, I don't know. There's not a long-term vision with the Miami Dolphins in Minkah Fitzpatrick. This is a team that's not ready to go win now. They still need a couple pieces before I can say, yeah, this is a playoff contender. I don't think the Dolphins are making the playoffs this year. I don't think they're going to contend for the playoffs this year. I just don't believe that. So trading for a guy like Minkah Fitzpatrick, who you're going to probably have for only 1 year, regardless of how good he is or not, I don't know. And then you get Pittsburgh, a team that is ready to win now and is trying to compete and go beyond the wild card round. Adding a guy like Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith, that helps you. That helps flush out the depth on your team. It adds veteran experience to your team. Guys that Jonnu Smith has playoff experience in Tennessee, going deep into the playoffs, like that 2019 AFC Championship run all those years ago. And with Jalen Ramsey, he won a Super Bowl with the Rams. He's got Super Bowl experience. That experience matters. So that's going to help them, I think. Now, does that make me want to bump them up one more win on my projected win total for the Steelers? No. But it is going to help them win. It's going to help them compete. And maybe if they make the playoffs, maybe that could help them give them the boost they need to finally get past the wild card round. So I can say for now, I think the Steelers won this trade. I know that they lost Minkah Fitzpatrick, and it sucks. It really, really sucks. But compared to what Miami lost in their long-term vision with who they got, I think that the Steelers won. I think that the Steelers traded Minkah Fitzpatrick in order to pay TJ Watt, but got players in place with a lot of experience that can come in and help them win right now and continue competing for something more than just a wild card spot. So I think that's all I got for you today. I think I've unpacked everything I want to unpack here. So that is going to do it for us today, guys. I apologize for not having the schedule or season preview videos coming out a day late. I wanted it to come out today as you guys are seeing this, but this news broke, and so I obviously had to make this first because it's more now. But with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you've made it so far to the end of this video, please consider hitting the like button and the subscribe button. We're currently at 83 subscribers. We're trying to reach 100 before the 2025 season starts. And right now, you guys are absolutely killing it. Keep pushing those buttons and keep driving me in the algorithm as I come out with great content for you guys every single week. The 2025 preview series starts tomorrow, and I will be previewing every single NFL team and what I think their season is going to look like. So a lot of in-depth, analytical, great content coming out for you guys here over this next month of July, going into August as well. Along with that, with this trade, if you guys have any comments, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Who won this trade? Who do you think lost this trade? Do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers actually are going to win a playoff game this year because of Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith? Do you think the secondary in Miami is going to be absolute dog water? Let me know everything you guys have to say. And lastly, make sure you guys share this video on social media and also follow me on social media, whether that's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, X, TikTok. I think I said Twitter twice in there, but make sure to follow me on all those social media platforms as I post shorts there almost all the time, trying to get back into the rhythm of that. I don't know why I've kind of struggled with it, but we're getting there. Please trust me. We're getting there. But go follow me on those socials. Again, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe button on the YouTube channel. And that's going to do it for me today, guys. And as always, I will see you all next time.